Well, Zhang continues to make her mark on golf. Of course, she made history, winning her very first start as a professional on the LPGA Tour at the Mizuho Americas Open just last year. And then a few weeks ago, Rose put together a dominant performance where she got to hold another trophy, holding off a charging Madeline Sagstrom to walk away with her second title on the LPGA Tour at the Cognizant Founders Cup. And could this be the week she walks away with a major championship for the first time? She'll begin her campaign tomorrow afternoon at 1:58 p.m. Eastern Time, playing alongside Lexi Thompson and Minjee Lee. And earlier today, she caught up with Amy Rogers.
Rose, back in action after having to withdraw from the Mizuho Americas Open. First off, how are you feeling?
Feeling a lot better. I don't know what happened last week, but I was the first one to fall of a couple other people, but I do feel really good. Kind of got a little off week and got to work on my game a little bit more, so here we are.
Yeah, got to work on your game a little bit after getting that win, first win of the season at the Cognizant Founders Cup. How would you assess how your overall game is as you come into this major championship?
Yeah, I think game is pretty solid. I just need a little bit more confidence and commitment when I go out there tomorrow and the day after. And I think that applies to anyone in this field, just making sure that your game plan is solid and going out there having fun and committing is the most important goal for me. But that's all I've been thinking about. I think the technical stuff, I've been able to work pretty hard in this past week and go out there and see what I can do.
Given all that you've achieved in the game of golf, it's surprising to hear that even you would struggle sometimes with confidence out on the golf course. You mentioned you can work on the technical stuff, but how do you work on trying to maintain that confidence then when you're on the course?
Yeah, I think confidence comes from a lot of trust within your preparation. And it also comes with just, I guess, for your own mindset, just being able to stay strong and resilient, making sure you're rested enough and going out there and really just staying in your lane, staying simple. That's what really helps me. I don't know, I think everyone's personalities are very different, but if I'm able to really just think about those things, it allows me to slowly rebuild that confidence and at least trust in what I'm doing in that process.
You always seem so mature beyond your years, like you've been out here forever, but it's really only your second season out here on the LPGA Tour. What have you learned kind of works for you in terms of preparing and approaching these major championship weeks?
100%. I think I'm still learning about how to navigate the entire process of preparation and making sure that I'm hitting all the right dots when I'm coming out here and practicing, trying to be as efficient as possible. But I like to work on a lot more block putting, a lot more short game, then just making sure I'm playing the nines to the best of my ability. That really helps me, and it also doesn't overwork me too much because 18 holes in a day can definitely be pretty difficult, especially when you're playing practice rounds and hitting all different types of shots.
Yeah, especially when you're playing a course like this, Lancaster Country Club. Everyone's saying what a tough test this is. How would you describe the overall test here and what you're going to have to do well over these next 4 days?
Well, I think everyone hit right on the dot on how difficult this course is. And even though, the next 2 days people will be seeing this golf course on television, a lot of the slopes and undulations clearly don't show. So it'll be a really big test for everyone's short games, everyone's lag putting. But most importantly, you got to get your ball in the fairway and on the greens first. So I think making sure that you've got a solid, consistency game plan for hitting different types of shots and course management. I don't think there's an even lie on this golf course at all, so making sure that you're really just feeling out shots, that's probably the most important thing.
We appreciate your insights. Best of luck this week.
Thank you so much.
Well, you heard Amy mention the many accolades that Rose has locked up in her amateur career. The Annika Award, of course, was one of them. The Annika Award, presented by Steve Full, is given annually to the Player of the Year in women's collegiate golf. And some of the former winners of that honor are in the field this week. Of course, Ingrid, the winner this year, Rose, the winner in 22 and 23, Leona Maguire, the winner in 2015, 2017, and Allison Lee, the inaugural winner back in 2014. But Rose certainly finds herself among good company when it comes to the Annika Award, but when it comes to Rose specifically, she, of course, has one of the most legendary amateur careers that we have ever seen, and she's come out in the professional ranks and has already won twice, but it hasn't always been easy. She's had to figure out how she's going to balance everything. She's still has her full-time course load at Stanford as well. But Beth Ann, what have you made of how she's been able to adjust to her new reality in women's professional golf?
Well, she had such a tremendous start, obviously, winning the Mizuho, and then she rattled off 3 top 10s in major championships, and it seemed like Rose Zhang was off and running. And then it wasn't until earlier this year that I realized why things kind of started to slow down for her. And in her words, her putting started to low-key deteriorate. and what happened was such a fluke thing. Her father left her putter on a train in London. And this was the putter that she'd won all her big titles with. And so she was completely out of sorts at the AIG Women's Open. And then it sort of continued that way throughout the season as she struggled to visualize the putts and have the confidence that she'd had before. And she finally got a putter that was an exact replica in time for the end of the year for the Grant Thornton. And then it wasn't until after the first round that she realized that the face of that putter had been altered during travel. And so she just said, forget this model altogether. I'm going to start all over again. So it was back to the drawing board for 2024. Just quite the odyssey for her. But she said that putter has an Evian head cover. It does not have her name on it. And if you see it on eBay, that would be hers.
So look out, anybody watching, that it would be Rose Zhang's putter.
That's kind of funny. Maybe not so much
And
to her.
sad, too,
Yeah.
right?
Kind of funny. I'm not going to throw any dads under the bus here, but yesterday I was out walking with a group, and dads were caddying for a couple of their daughters out there, and it started raining, and the dads had taken the umbrellas out because they were too heavy, and they were like, Dad. So yeah, this is throw a little dad under the bus.
It's hard out here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I escaped over here, but they were left out in the rain. But you know, it's also sad that she wasn't able to carry on at the Mizuho, that she got sick there. She was a defending champion. She'd come in off of one of the most astonishing performances that I think I've ever seen between her and Madeline Sagstrom. Separating themselves. I've never seen, and I couldn't remember, and we all looked, couldn't remember 2 players ever, and this goes back to the duel in the sun with Jack and Watson. You couldn't find 2 players who had separated themselves in a more astonishing way. Rose Zhang winning by 2 over Madeline Sagstrom, but 15 shots separated Rose Zhang to 3rd place, and she did something there that you almost never see. She not only led in greens and regulation, that you see quite often amongst people who win, but when it comes to total putts, obviously, if you hit more greens than everybody else, you're likely going to have, not likely, you're almost definitely going to have more putts than anybody else, and she had the fewest putts in the field. So it speaks to 2 things, how close she was hitting it, and how wonderfully she was putting. You saw it right there as she made that putt to win the Cognizant. But it is, in looking at her game, she is just a prototypical U.S. Open type player. I mean, not great length at all, but hits 80% of the fairway. She's one of the best at finding the greens. She's got this great poise. So when you think about her, and she's just getting started in her career, just won as a professional U.S. Women's Open, where she was top 10. But you look at this golf course, you look at her game, and you think, if that is not a match made in heaven, I don't know what is. So, and you look at her and you think, okay, it would surprise nobody if she won a U.S. Women's Open, but I don't think it would surprise too many people if she won multiple U.S. Women's Open, because, again, she's just the prototypical U.S. Open type player with all that game and all that poise.